is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it. And that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Tennessee Titans and the Seattle Seahawks. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The tackle.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Pass caught left side by Humphries.
Tannehill.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Steps away to his left. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Past the 20.
He's running.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Disley, 64 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down and score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. And we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their 2nd drive. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Tannehill. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, and now it's third down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up third and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete. There to get a hand in and knock that one away, DJ Reed.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Returning it is Moore. A nice little juke. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Their own 34 yards.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Off the bootleg. Wilson, flush to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Wilson, after the play fake to Carson, going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's going to look that one in one-handed. What a catch for the touchdown.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this carries into the end zone. And no return here for Evans as they will bring this out to the 25.
25-yard.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Now left side on the swing pass. Powers through again. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Ball carrier.
He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
And it's third down.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because This has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Two things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Derrick Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Ain't doing nothing.
There he goes left side. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Touchdown.
Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you got a talented back, give it back to him.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Nothing, our score after 1.
Seahawks 21, Titans nothing.
Second and 11. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
The Titans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He finds Humphries. And he will have a Titans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to. That can control a ball game, and I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Taken down at the 40.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Carry now for Derrick Henry. Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
At the 42-yard
He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Derrick Henry.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
But we tend to give those running backs that are slashers a lot of credit. But how about guys who are maulers? Because that's what you want in short yardage situations. And we just saw that occur right there, didn't we?
Vertical, downhill running. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Being chased out, and now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that 1st down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the 1st down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
Here's Russell Wilson in the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they feel really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and bring him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now it's Carson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, you know what they say about the best laid plans, partner. I mean, this one was totally foiled. They played for the pass. The idea was if you want to run it, that's fine. We'll rally up and make the tackle. Except they didn't get it done.
Yeah, 3rd and long and a big run there. How about that? On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Airing it out for Olsen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Intercepted by the Titans.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half.
Nothing.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the 1st half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the 1st half. To throw is Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Avoids him at the 40. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another 1st down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that. Second down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Intercepted by the Titans.
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the 1st half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Derrick Henry.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Well, the second down throw on target.
Complete to Adam Humphries. A gain of 4. And it's third down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he loses the football a second time.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier. Fumble on the play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run with Henry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Now Tannehill. They will find Davis. That's complete. Davis fighting. He loses the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson dancing to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now Wilson on first down. That is caught at the 7-yard line. He won't go down. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Completion.
A gain of 9.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. From the gun, it's Wilson. Open is Olsen. He's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Jason Myers for the extra point.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
His kick is
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it is 28-0.
Titans nothing. Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Taken from about the 12. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Evans on the return. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
0.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Tannehill's pass.
11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Tannehill throwing complete there to Humphries. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Seahawks. Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get...
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off near the 29. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
A good pickup there at 22. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era. We think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. 3 straight runs now, and that defense is held.
Yeah, we often talk about how the low man wins, right? Who wins leverage at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just that leverage. It's leverage with power. Who takes the line of scrimmage and moves it one way or the other? Right now I can imagine the defense yelling at the offense, hey, guys, if I were you, I'd kick it. You're not getting in.
Flushed out right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Tannehill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
1st down, Titans.
Tannehill on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Here's Tannehill. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Second and 8 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. And he gets it down to the 32. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
This one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Takes it at the 7. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
On the return, the Titans take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Here's Tannehill. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Smith. He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Now it's Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
4th down.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.
Yeah, I